From unsolved mysteries to unexplained phenomena, from comedy gold to relationship fails, Amazon Music's got the most ad-free top podcasts, included with Prime. Because the only thing that should interrupt your listening is, well, nothing. Download the Amazon Music app today.
What one step do most entrepreneurs miss that costs them dearly and costs them literally? Stay tuned and find out.
Being an entrepreneur sounds like, yes, another new client. I did it. But it can also sound like, I am really not understanding this technology, and I'm feeling so overwhelmed. Am I even cut out for this? That's why I started the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast, to help infopreneurs, coaches, and course creators who want to build a business online but are battling technology, overwhelm, procrastination, and even imposter syndrome. Think successfully, think differently, think bigger, and take action by learning tips from an array of business owners, all dropping knowledge on the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast. Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com.
What is up? What is up? What the hell is up, my Dark Horse friends and family? Welcome back to another dose of Avatar Case Study Learning. I'm your Dark Horse host, Tracy Brinkman. And I've been in the coaching, course creation, and online space, since the 90s. So I got a little experience under my belt, yet here's the thing. I'm still learning, and that's why I'm here. I'm here to share with you what I have learned and what I am still learning about course creation, coaching, entrepreneurship, infopreneurship. So that begs the question, who are you? Well, that, my friend, to me is infinitely more important. You are a driven entrepreneur, more specifically, an infopreneur with or seeking a coaching and online course model in your business, or perhaps you're just hoping to have that very, very soon. Either way, you're here because you're ready to start, restart, kickstart, or just start leveling up with some great marketing, personal, or business tips and results. Got to get those results in order to build that beautiful business of yours into the empire it absolutely deserves to be. And that's why I'm here hitting you with another solo success episode coming to you straight from the Dark Horse HQ as we dive deep into your entrepreneurship, infopreneurship, and course creation success with some actionable advice, tips, and steps designed to help you level up. Because we already know there are no shortcuts to success except for taking those little steps toward your goal every single day. All right, past couple of episodes, we've been talking about some things to get some control and get some things riled up inside of you. And today, I think this is the first time I've done a kind of a case study. But the question begs, as I asked earlier on, is what is the one thing I've seen so many infopreneurs and entrepreneurs and coaches and healers and small business and even a few big people in the beginning stages not do that's costing them? I mean, and it's costing them literally as well as dearly. And that is having an avatar. Now, I was participating, well, I won't say participating, I was watching this 24-hour business challenge that was going on. And the idea was to prove that anyone could start a business today. And at the helm of this was Noah Kagan from AppSumo. So if anyone's ever used AppSumo, Noah has built several companies and has grown them to over 7 and even 8 figures in revenue. So Noah's no slouch when it comes to this. And he was trying to prove a point with this challenge that anybody could start a business and really bring in some revenue in 24 hours. And so he posed a question in this challenge to his followers. What kind of business would you want me to start? He didn't even want to go in knowing where he was going to start. He wanted to put it all out there. And the answer that came back from his followers was beef jerky. Yeah, beef jerky. By the way, I know of a great brand of beef jerky. If you want to check it out, it's called Addiction Sticks. Again, no sponsorship here. This is just a great product made here locally in Wisconsin. Anyway, so the answer that came back to him was beef jerky. So one day later, Noah reached the goal of earning $1,000 in 24 hours. In fact, he exceeded the goal. He tripled it. He made a total of $3,030 on his first day. Cool, right? Who wouldn't want to do that? Start their business and make $3,000 in one day, in 24 hours. How did he do it? I know you're listening with bated breath. First thing he did is he located the source for his beef jerky. Maybe he reached out to addiction sticks I just mentioned. I don't know. Then he created this basic budget, and he worked out how much he needed to sell in order to clear $1,000, right? In other words, he wanted $1,000 profit, and that was the goal. He made a customer avatar to determine who it is he needed to target, and then he sought out people who fit that customer avatar. There it is, 4 steps. Located the source, figured out a budget, made an avatar, and reached out to them. 1, 2, 3, 4. It was that simple. And the question is, what action did Noah take that most aspiring marketers fail to do? Did you hear it? You probably already guessed it. It's that avatar. How many of you heard this statement before? Know your avatar, right? Go ahead, raise your hand. If you're steering or driving a car, just raise your pinky. Yeah, right? Noah made a customer avatar so that he knew who to target. And once he knew who his customers were, he looked online to see where he could find them, and then he reached out to them. Bing, bang, boom. Pretty simple, right? Here's the thing. Noah knew, and Noah's had lots of experience. Like I said, he's built multiple 7- and 8-figure companies, and he knows that knowing who his ideal customer is going to be the cornerstone of success. Heck, it's been the cornerstone of all his business successes. Creating the avatar, crafting personal messages to that avatar, and then finding the people that match that avatar has enabled him to build all the successes and grow those businesses as big as he's been able to. Here's the thing. It seems so simple when you say it, but so many people don't think about it. If you don't know who your target is, then it's nearly impossible to find them. Let me say that again. If you don't know who your target is, then it's nearly impossible to find them. And it's really nearly impossible to create an effective marketing strategy for them if you don't know who they are, right? Now, I can hear some of you right now.
But I don't need an avatar for my little business, right? Noah, I get it. He's this big-time marketer, so that's fine for him. I just want to sell my stuff, not waste the time with some silly marketing exercise.
Were you thinking that? Yeah, and if that's what you're thinking, you're not alone. We want to get busy making the money as fast as possible, and I get it. Man, I totally understand that. But remember, Noah did this and earned the money, the profit, in 24 hours. You see, creating an avatar for your business will actually save you time. It will save you money, which means it will make you more money. I guarantee it. So I know I keep using this word avatar, right? What is an avatar? What is this marketing avatar you keep talking about, Tracy? For those of you who haven't heard the phrase, or maybe you've heard it bandied about and are like, well, I think I know what it is. Simply put, an avatar, a marketing avatar, is this fictitious person that represents your ideal customer. And your ideal customer is the person most likely to repeatedly buy from you, most likely to be loyal, as well as recommend your products and services. So let's dig in that for a moment, because I know so many people out there. It says, who's the perfect person that you want to sell to? You got to go a little bit deeper into that, right? You want to find that ideal customer, but you really want to grow that to the person, the customer that's going to buy from you repeatedly, right? They're going to be loyal and they're going to recommend your products and services to others. Yeah, that's your ideal customer. That's the one you want to attract with your marketing. Now, before you can create any effective marketing, now notice the word effective in front of that. Before you can create an effective marketing campaign that will attract your ideal customer, you're damn well going to need to know who that is. In other words, know your avatar so that you can locate, engage, and attract those likely to buy from you. Get it? Know your avatar so that you can find them, right? Where do they hang out at, right? Is it the pub? Is it social media? Is it a Facebook group, right? Now you found them, what do you need to do? You need to engage them, right? And knowing who they are and what they resonate with will make it far easier to engage them. Know the language that they speak, huh? And sometimes there are different words that are used in different arenas. Different avatars use different folks. Your NASCAR folks are going to use a different language than your NFL folks. Your NFL folks are going to use different words and terms than your NHL folks, right? And that's how you can engage them to find those that are most likely to buy from you. Now, I can hear so many of you out there right now. Well, let me just target everybody because it's beef jerky. Who doesn't love beef jerky, right? Here's the thing. Simply targeting anyone or everyone does not work because it's too general and it is damn well not cost effective. Here's the thing. Let's go down this dream path for a moment, right? Imagine, if you will, that you're going to target everyone and you might reach 1,000 people before you stumble across that one buyer. Now, you've paid for every one of those people that you have bypassed to find that 1 in 1,000. Now, let's back up here. If you target your perfect customer, your advertising costs are going to plummet because now your conversion rate is going to go up because you're saying, you know what, I don't need to target everyone. All these people over here, moms that are focused on vegan diets, yeah, they're not going to buy any beef jerky. Let's not even include them. There we go. They're gone. Okay? So by targeting your perfect customer, you're going to reduce your advertising costs. They're just going to drive to the floor and you're going to increase your conversion rates. So once you have your avatar, then your conversations can begin because you can design them to address what your audience wants, what they need, what are they concerned about, right? As you dial in your avatar, you're going to know where to reach them, right? You're going to find out where they're at, where they're hanging out at. Maybe it's some location physically. Maybe it's some specific platform that they hang out on more than others. And then you'll know how to make offers to them that they're more naturally going to respond to. So let's go back to this. When you create your customer avatar, you're going to be more effective with your advertising. You're going to learn which social media platforms that your customers tend to hang out at, where do they resonate most. You're going to stop wasting your advertising budget on all the wrong platforms. Don't go to TikTok if your customer avatar doesn't hang out on TikTok, right? Vice versa. Don't go to Facebook if they're not there, right? They've moved on to something else. You think about some of the age groups. The age group on Facebook nowadays is a lot older. Whereas over on TikTok, it's a lot younger. So if you even got an age shifting right there, you're already leaning towards one versus the other. And you're going to create branding that specifically appeals to your ideal audience. Don't be creating all these dull colors if you got an audience that needs vibrant, active things, right? Now, here's the thing. Entire books and courses, I have one, by the way, books and courses have been written on this very topic of how to create your avatar. So let me just give you a few pointers so we're not beating this dead horse too much. First, let's create a name for your ideal customer. I don't care what you call them, something simple as Bob. Call them Jane. Call them Joe. Maybe you give them some fancy name like, I don't know, Wolfgang, right? But give them a name. Now, give them a physical description, right? Are they tall? Are they short? Are they chubby? Are they lean and mean? Right? Now, think of your loyal customer, the person that's going to champion your products. They tried it. They loved it. They're like, damn, this is delicious if we're talking about the beef jerky we mentioned earlier. And also, right, they're gonna be talking about it to their friends. So obviously they're gonna have some friends. The one that's gonna be quick to type you up a nice review, give you 5 stars, and sing your praises from the rooftops. What would you name that person? What would you think that person would look like. All right. Now, let's zero in on the cliche demographics, right? You're going to create your vision for your avatar. You're going to determine some of those demographics. How old are they? Are they young? Are they in the middle of their life? Are they still in high school? Are they elementary kids? Are they seniors? Where are they at? What's their income? Right? Do they have lots of disposable income? Are they lean and mean? Right? Are they just getting paycheck to paycheck? What's their income? What do they have as assets? Think about this for a minute. Right? Do they own extra things? Do they have a boat? Do they have a car? Do they have a house that they own? What are their assets? Where are they at physically, geographically? Are you going to focus in on the United States, UK, Australia, Germany, Russia? I don't know. What do they do generally as a job? Are they a manager? Are they just a basic employee? Are they a CEO? Are they an entrepreneur? Who knows? What's their home ownership status? Do they own, rent, buy? Do they own free and clear? Are they married? Single? Divorced? Divorced multiple times? Single multiple times? Are they a parent? Are their kids all grown up? Do they have pets? What kind of pets? Cats, dogs, snakes, lizards? What's their education? Are they really educated? Got all those 3 letters after their names? Okay. All right. Now, so those are the basics, right? We all hear about those, but let's not just pigeonhole them there. Let's talk about their humanity, right? They're a person, right? You want to make them a real person, not just this 2-dimensional lines on a piece of paper. We want to add some personality, some emotion behind it, right? This is where they come and play. This is where they cry. You want to figure out, what are their pain points? What's going on in their life that's uncomfortable? What's their personality characteristics? Are they outgoing? Are they quiet and reserved? What do they fear? What are their desires? Any specific books and movies, types of music they listen to, TV shows, websites they tend to go to, kind of hobbies they got going on? Who are their favorite celebrities? Yeah. Go through all of this. Oh my God, Tracy, it's going to take forever. Not really. Let me think about it. Because a lot of times when you're going after your entrepreneurial dream, it's you yesterday, you last year, you last month. And I know in this case study we're talking about here, Noah was given a random one where they're doing beef jerky. And maybe you don't like beef jerky, so none of it fits. What if you do? Right? You're not given this random one. You're picking this yourself. So I would highly suggest you go after something and teach something and share something that you're passionate about. So you already can identify these things relatively easy because a lot of them are your old pain points. Maybe they're your current pain points and you're sharing them. A lot of the personality characteristics are you. Or you know the people. You worked with them. You know their fears. You know their desires. You've read some of the books. You've shared some of the books. You identify with some of the movies. You rocked out to some of the music, or maybe you chilled out to some of the music, right? You share some of the same hobbies. You know some of the same celebrities. Maybe you all are big fans of Zig Ziglar, whoever else. Name the names, right? When you finish this exercise, you can kind of scan through this and you can look at that and say, okay, I can picture this person. This person is my friend, right? You feel them. They're almost like this living, breathing entity in front of you. That, my friend, is your customer avatar. You should be so connected to this, air quotes, imaginary person that you are inspired to work for them. You are inspired to serve them. I mean, you're an entrepreneur. That's what we do best, right? This is the person who you're going to aim all of your marketing towards. All of your advertising and all of your product creation goes towards that entity on that piece of paper. Bring them to life. This is your ideal customer. The one that if you play your cards right is going to make you rich. Isn't that what we all want at some point? And I don't mean just rich in dollars. I mean rich in fulfillment, rich in meaning. Remember we talked about this in 344 and 345. You want to be doing things with meaning that are putting sustenance into your life, into your business, into your world, right? Refill your cup so you can fill theirs. Fill their cup after you've refilled yours, right? So get out there, figure out who your ideal customer is, and then find them. Bring them into your sphere of influence. Improve their world with your goodness, whatever it is, whether it's your coaching, whether it's your online course, whether it's, just this physical product. Maybe you make this most amazing baby blanket. So you want to find all those moms that have those newborns, or maybe it's a newborn blanket, maybe it's a toddler blanket that would serve those folks. Yeah, think about that. I have an episode that's going to be coming up here with a couple that started creating blankets. That's probably why it popped into my head. That have pictures of their cows on them. And they're farmers. Yeah. And they're doing good. We'll talk more about that next time. But for now, that wraps up another amazing episode here at the Dark Horse HQ. Now, I know when you keep getting all these success episodes, I know you want to keep getting them, right? Hopefully I'm delivering some level of value to you here. So please, if you are getting some value, go on down there, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done it. And if you have, make sure you've gone down there and give us a 5-star rating, please. I think it's 5 stars worth of quality. Hopefully you do too. And while you're there, of course, leave some kind words. And here's the thing. Yes, it helps, but it is those subscribes, ratings, and reviews that tell whatever podcast platform you're listening to me on that you are getting some value. And that's how they know you are getting the value. And if they see you're getting that value, they'll give us a little bump up in the rankings so that we can reach more driven infopreneurs and entrepreneurs just like you. So please help me help them by showing the love and help spread the words. I appreciate you. All right. You get out there. You run your race. You get your results. And then come let me hear about them. No, seriously, I want you to email me at tracy@darkhorseschooling.com. Tell me the tip or idea that you came away with, how you put it into action, and what results you got from it. Heck, probably make you the center of attention in an upcoming episode. Until next time, think successfully and take action. Thank you for listening to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
Thanks for tuning in.
Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com.
All right.
My name is Tracy Brinkman.